do it behind the scenes, but they won't do it in public.
Right. That's so sad. So what do you? So what I was going to ask. I was going to ask. Not ask. I was going to say. I think that Jeff Sessions is not. He's not on my care about list. Like, I could care less about him. But I really feel like, as a man, and like I said, if he loved his country, like you said, that he would actually do something about what's going on right now. And if he had some balls, which apparently he's wearing for earrings right now, he would stand up to the president. That's right. He would stand up to the president and say, "Dog, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be my boy. You know, you completely just, you know what I'm saying, showing out on me. It's not cool. Like, so how do you just work for somebody who just completely, your manhood just gone? Balls just swinging in the winds."
He's wearing balls as earrings.
Yes, he's wearing his balls as earrings too.
Jeff Sessions is guilty of colluding with Russians as well.
That's why.
He and Mike Flynn.
Oh gosh, yes.
He and Mike Flynn are two of the biggest antagonists in this whole Russia story. So Jeff Sessions knows that it's like they're playing a game of chicken. You know what I mean? See who's going to get hit first. So, you know, Jeff Sessions is back there. He knows he's guilty. He knows he can't say much. And he knows that Trump has the power over him. So, you know, Trump will say something that will ruin Jeff Sessions' career. So he's not using the power that he has, the power of his office. You know what I mean? Absolutely. He knows what's going on with Donald Trump. But he also knows that if he starts to open that can of worms, it ain't no turning back.
Right,
so
and it implicates him as well. He'll be implicated in the whole thing too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But Jeff Sessions knows that he could save himself. If Donald Trump keeps talking and humiliating him, Jeff Sessions can do something, but he won't.
Nope.
He's a Republican. He's just going to get fired.
Wow.
You know, and move on to obscurity, like Sean Spicer.
Right. That was my next name. Sean Spicer just going into oblivion.
Spicy.
Now Sean Spicer. That man was so, the pressure of him having to take those daily press briefings every day. I'm surprised his head didn't explode.
I know.
I feel like
he was miserable.
Extremely combative.
Yes, every last one.
He was extremely combative, unprofessional, and just like having to blatantly lie for your boss.
And he was completely uninformed about most everything. He didn't even have answers for things that he should have known. He was completely in the dark.
But somehow that's acceptable to Republicans. Somehow that is acceptable because there's a white man standing there that has all that power, and they can do whatever they want. Sad. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Sad. They don't have to be as good. Have you ever noticed how great Democrat presidents are, but then look at these Republicans and they're like mediocre at best? At best.
And they're still celebrated.
Yeah, wow. I mean, the average white man and their remarkable lives and how they're able to move in spaces and even make it to the top executive of this country, being dumb as rock, pretty much.
Yeah. I can't think of a Republican president that's been an intellectual in a long time.
Long time, right? You're right.
Seriously.
Yeah. Let me see. Nixon. No.
Reagan. No. He was an actor.
No. Well, absolutely not.
Neither of the Bushes.
Bush.
Neither.
Bush was like neither of the Bushes.
Okay.
Well, Bush.
Which one?
The first
father.
Bush, he was pretty.
Average.
He was pretty smart.
He was average still. His son was dumb. He was average.
He was average too.
He was still average, but because of who he was
average too.
Yeah, he was still average. He wasn't. He was better than the son. He was better than Nixon, but he still was average by all means.
Right.
Who else?
Well, he was he went to Yale or whatever. His father was a senator, so they have that legacy. I mean, let's remember, there ain't no requirements for being president. All you have to do is be of a certain age, and that's it.
That's so
That's the only requirement that there is for being president.
And to be born in the United States.
You have to be of a certain age, and you have to be born in the United States.
That's it.
If that don't sound like the most mediocre set of rules for CEO, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
There's no requirement that you have a degree.
That's so sad.
That's crazy.
So you get a whole bunch of average people in positions because they have charm, they have charisma, they know how to talk to people, and they motivate people. I mean, let's just face it.
I'm gonna get it.
Donald Trump gave. Huh?
Go ahead.
Donald Trump gave the people that voted for him the same kind of feeling and thrill that Barack Obama did. You know what I mean? It's politics. It's emotional. It's personal. Right. You know what I mean? It affects people. So, a lot of times when you vote, voting is nothing more than a popularity contest, and whoever has the best rhetoric, the best look, wins. And unfortunately, we had two very questionable candidates.
Right.
Extremely. But everybody knew that Hillary Clinton would do a better job of governing. They just thought that she was a crook.
And now look.
And now they sacrifice. That just tells you that politics is very personal. You know what I mean? They knew that this woman was remarkable as far as her accomplishments, but they couldn't get over the fact that A, she was a woman, B, she's married to President Clinton, and C, her ambition is what got her. Her ambition and her disposition. A lot of people think that Hillary Clinton is just not a nice woman. They don't think about having a beer with Hillary.
Listen to those double standards, though. She was not a nice woman. This dude is a crazy man. He's not a nice man. But it's okay for him, but it's not okay for her because she's a woman.
But to them, he's a nice man.
To who? But to he insults everyone.
He made enough people. He made enough people think that he made 80,000 more people believe him. And that's right. It is what it is. That's true. That's how democracy works. You know what I mean? And given all the voting suppression that happened and all the fake news stories that came from WikiLeaks and the Russians and all the crap that we had to put up with in this election, it's just going to continue because Donald Trump, and our next elections are already in jeopardy because Donald Trump doesn't believe that Russia had anything influence over the election.
In spite of all the intelligence agencies agreeing on it. Right.
That's crazy.
He doesn't believe that as powerful as the media is, that Russia could actually put out stories and interviews that would influence the way people, that would influence people's beliefs about Hillary Clinton or any other candidate. And it's going to happen again because we have a president that doesn't take the threat seriously. He thinks it's a game. It benefited him what happened. He knew that Russia was putting out all this stuff. That's why he said, Russia, if you're listening, I hope you can find the 30,000 emails. He should be impeached over that alone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump out here doing whatever he want to do, but Bill Clinton got impeached because he lied about a blowjob.
Seriously.
Under oath.
So basically, Donald Trump gives zero fucks, and damn it,
I got one.
That was two. I just said that.
Two.
Okay. Anyway, he gives zero cares about what's going on, and then it's just I just don't understand it. I'll never understand it. This is the most news and politics that I've ever watched in my life because I'm still in disbelief and thinking I'm in a 6-month bad dream about this whole state of this country right now. But I just won't wake up. I love this. I don't know what to do.
Well, you know what? A lot of people felt the same way when Obama was when Obama was elected.
Based
we'll
on
be
race.
okay. We're gonna survive this. Of course, it's based on race. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with anything else. I mean, white people are in love with Donald Trump because he represents the white male-dominated America that is tradition, and they hate Barack Obama because of he is a minority. He's a black man, and that is their biggest threat. Why? Because of penis envy. So, they feel like a lot of people, a lot of people and educators and scholars understand that in 30 years, this whole entire world will be different, and things will have shifted dramatically. So, and white people know that they're on the white men know they're impotent, and that their birth rate is on the decline, and that they're slowly becoming a minority in their own country that they stole and founded. So, of course they're going to fight back. We should expect this. If your life and your legacy and your heritage was in jeopardy, you would fight back too. So, it's a lot of this is the human condition. A lot of it is what we've been taught to do. You know what I mean? It's just going to take a lot of people being creative and positive to change this. And the only hope that we have is 2018. Because if we don't get, a different driver in the seat, this country will definitely be a dictatorship, and Donald Trump may never leave office. So, I'm encouraging people to get ready now. I'm working with organizations that are starting to reach out and to people now, because we need everybody to vote in November in 2018. And usually midterm elections are low voter turnout.
Right.
If we smash 2018, and usually when there is a big turnover election, the next, the House flips. So, it's predicted that the House will flip, but that's not going to happen if people don't come out and vote.
That's true.
So,
I think the liberals have a lot of work to do as far as getting actual faces out there in new leadership and things like that, and a better message. I don't even know what the message is right now besides resistance of Donald Trump. I mean, I'm all about the resistance.
We hate Trump.
Yeah, but it's got to be more than that. There's got to be more depth behind it. There's got to be more communication and unity of something and getting behind something else besides we hate Donald Trump. Because I think that's part of the mishap with the
slogans and
previous presidential election is we hate Trump, and it wasn't enough.
It wasn't.
Well, I mean, Democrats know what Democrats stand for. The thing is that Democrats couldn't reach those voters that were on the fence because they didn't understand what we stood for. You have the Democratic base that's always going to vote Democratic, but you also have a lot of people who are in between. And as long as we are not offering those people something, as long as we're not offering people who are in between, and even Republicans, a better economic future, they're never going to have a reason to vote Democrat.
Right, and I agree with your statement about Democrats know what Democrats stand for, but that's the problem. I mean, we're like in a bubble. We know what we stand for, but what about, like you said, the people on the fence and others? It needs to be very clear to them as well and inclusive, whatever that message is.
Well, this election was also about civil rights, and that excludes white people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
That really excludes white people, and we cannot say that we want those people, those Republicans and those white people who don't have these civil rights issues to vote for us if that's all we're going to talk about. We have to talk about things that affect them too. And there's a lot of people, black men are very, very upset that we're moving away from a civil rights message to one of economics and exclusivity. But, you cannot allow yourself to become what you hate. We have to look at things in a way that is big picture, and that gives everybody an equal floor to stand on.
And so
that's what the Democrats stand for.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a lot of
we believe in the.
Go ahead. Hey.